do this. Like, that is incredible that you can have that kind of impact on someone's life and create that kind of memory that lasts with them forever. And they tell their kids and they tell their grandkids about their first concert or the best concert they've ever been to.
Hello everyone, welcome to season 2 of The Real Deal Show. And do I have a guest for you guys today? It's been a while, but we're back for season 2. And today our first guest is the one and only Connor Tumbaga out of Hawaii, who started a live music entertainment business. And he's going to tell you everything about it, the good, the bad, and the ugly. So I'd like to just welcome my guest. Connor, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Thanks for having me. I am, yes, indeed, from Honolulu, Hawaii, and happy to be here in Fresno today.
Yeah, I'd love to have you. We're going to start this show with a bang with episode 2 on this episode. But just to give the audience who don't know you, a lot of people know you in Hawaii, but now you're in the mainland. We're in Central California, Fresno. I'm excited that you came to Fresno. Say thank you for coming and on the show. So just tell me a little bit about how you got into founding your own music industry entertainment business. And before that, I knew you got into a little bit in the sneakers game, but kind of give us, the guests who don't know nothing about you, like, where did you get started at before you got into the music industry?
So when I was in high school, I had a math tutor who was like super into sneakers. And so he was like, hey, wait in line with me one of these days and we can flip a pair of shoes and make $100. And as a 16 or 17-year-old, I was like, oh, I'm totally down to make $100. So we waited in line, we bought a pair of shoes, I flipped it, and then I kept going every weekend. There'd be a new drop. Then I started hiring people and then posting it online and reselling the shoes. And then I started selling to celebrities because celebrities want the nicest shoes too. And that's how I kind of gained my relationships in the entertainment industry.
So was your professor or your teacher, is that the first spark of being an entrepreneur with the sneakers, or did you kind of have an entrepreneur spirit before that? Or was that kind of like the spark of it?
I mean, I used to sell my mom's office supplies to her coworkers in the office, and they would feel bad and probably buy it. But that's probably where my entrepreneurial spirit started.
How old were you around that time?
Probably 10 or 11. Like, I was selling pens and like staplers, and I'd be like, hey, do you want to buy this?
What was the thought process? You just wanted to go ahead and make some money?
Yeah, I mean,
you have some pairs of shoes.
Wanted to like fill the time of sitting in my mom's office because I had no babysitter or anything. So I just had to sit in my mom's office and hang out till she was done.
Okay. But now, so that was, how long did you do the sneakers for? Selling sneakers to celebrities?
Probably about a year or so. People still come up to me and they're like, do you still sell sneakers?
Till this day?
Oh yeah.
So what year did you start roughly around?
Probably when I was 16. So that was 2017.
Okay, take that. But if it wasn't for the sneakers and the connection with celebrities, it wouldn't really lead you to where you're at right now. So how did you get into the music entertainment side of things?
So I had a really cool opportunity to go on tour with a really notable artist. And I fell in love with the production and the kind of the touring, going every single night, a new city every single night, and seeing what kind of presentation you could put on and how moving that would be for a community and even a fan in general. And so I fell in love with it and kind of figured out first steps and met a lot of people along the way that helped me on the journey to start the business.
So did you have any experience when you're getting in the music industry?
No, absolutely not. Nothing. I was a fan of music, but being on tour and being on the back end of tour and seeing it, you learn a lot. Just being exposed to things teaches you so much.
And you had a mentor, right? You said if it wasn't for a certain person, you wouldn't have been able to.
Yeah, as much as I think I had a lot of mentors along the way. I think the most pivotal moment in my career was being on that tour and meeting all of those people. I would say probably everybody on that tour was a mentor to me. There are a few standout figures, but they introduced me to my business partner who helped me in creating the wave that we did.
Well, I love that you mentioned that. So it's the connections and the people that you met. And in business, sometimes it's not about what you know, it's about who you know and the power of connections. And just talk to us about how you feel like connections is a huge deal. You know, giving yourself an opportunity to talk to someone, or like how one person can make an impact in someone's life, just one person.
Yeah, I think relationships are everything. I always tell everybody it's not what you know, it's who you know. I mean, you need a little bit of knowledge, but yeah, I mean, and taking every opportunity that's given to you. So when they were like, oh, do you want to come on tour? I was like, thinking about it, and I was like, well, I'll probably never get this opportunity again in my life. I have no idea what's going to come from it. Let's just go.
Yeah.
And then I take that into my life today. Whenever anybody says, hey, I had this event going on, or I have this opportunity coming out, just go. You have no idea what it could change, how it could change the direction of your life. I have a story of sitting one time in my condo, in the spa of a condo, and there was this guy in there who I had just met the previous night, like in the lobby, and I was like, oh, what are your plans for this week? Just making small talk. He's like, oh, I'm going to Korea tomorrow for work. And he's like, you should come. And I was like,
you just met this guy?
Met him like the night before, but he's a neighbor. So, and we had like some mutual friends. He's like, oh, you should come check it out. He was a hedge fund guy. And I was like, okay, are you serious? And he's like, yeah, are you serious? And I was like, and I looked at my calendar and I was like, I'll go. And him and I went to Korea the next day. I met lifetime friends there. I worked with a couple of the guys there. And I have a whole friend group in Korea just based on making one little tiny adjustment and decision, changed again the whole trajectory of my life and career.
And it's like when you're hanging out with some notable people want to know who's this person that's next to them, correct? And so that opened up a lot of doors.
Yeah.
So what were some of the influences that you really felt like this is what I want to do in the industry? I remember you mentioned a story about an elevator, you know, and can you just elaborate about like how that really influenced you? Like, this is kind of like my passion.
Yeah. So one night when we were on tour in Atlanta, I was going up the elevator with one of the people that was also on tour, and I was in the hotel, and a girl gets in the elevator with her friend. She's bawling her eyes out, and she was telling her friend, that was the best night of my life. That was the best concert of my life. I can't believe he looked at me like, I can't believe it. Like, that was so amazing. And she was crying, like genuinely crying. And then they got out of the elevator, and I said to the guy that was also on tour, one of my big mentors, I said to him, I want to do this. Like, that is incredible that you can have that kind of impact on someone's life and create that kind of memory that lasts with them forever. And they tell their kids and they tell their grandkids about their first concert or the best concert they've ever been to. Like, moving people and creating that kind of experience for people was like, that was my passion. It had nothing to do ever with money. I mean, it's great to have money, but it was so great to see an impact made on people's lives.
And that's where really got that fuel, the passion started. Absolutely. So for some of you people who don't know what's going on, is he ran shows and concerts. So can you elaborate a little bit on your first show and how did that come about?
Yeah. My first show I did in Hawaii, and it was with an artist called Kodak Black. And he's a notable rap artist, a good artist. And we filled out a venue with about, I want to say, 3,500 people. And we had absolutely no marketing budget because, remember, I had absolutely no money at this point. So I'm like, how do I fill 3,000 tickets or 3,500 tickets in a matter of, I think we had a runway of about a month. And when you have fire under you to like make something happen because now you have an artist on the way and you need to fill the room, you will do literally everything it takes to make that happen.
Now that's a great story. How did that show come about? The first show, did everything go according to plan, or?
Of course not. Of course not. I make mistakes to this day, every single day, but I don't make the same mistake twice, and I'm always learning. It's important to always be open to, you're going to be continuously learning throughout the journey. We had all kinds of things go wrong. We had all the way down to like the artist requires food in the dressing room, and I think like we got the wrong kind of pizza. Like that's the kind of stuff, and down to the detail of what we needed to create and figure out. And I wanted to create through my shows and the experiences that first the artists loved their experience with me so that they go back and tell their friends. And I wanted our consumer to also have that amazing experience and want to come back to our shows because of how our staff and how our company treated them.
So you had to be pretty versatile and talk to a lot of different people that bring a concert together.
Oh, I met tons of people from all walks of life. I met the richest guys ever, and I met the guys that, had nothing. And it's important that you also treat them with both ends exactly the same and with respect. Now,
everything went well. Not everything went well, but what are some of the biggest challenges that you had, like in a concert? Did you ever have a concert that totally flattened out, failed? What was like everything that could go wrong went wrong, and how did that make you feel, and how did you overcome that, or what did you learn from that?
So again, this show that went totally wrong was in Hawaii. That was probably the biggest flop ever, and it was an arena show, and it was with an artist that I won't name, but it was a rap artist, and it was at a big notable arena in Hawaii called the Blaisdell Arena, and we didn't have the artist show up. So the artist decided not to show up last minute, even though we had sent them their full payment, and they said, we don't want to come anymore, basically. I'll leave out all the dirty details, but...
So you're saying that the arena was filled already?
Oh, we had people, yes. It was ready to go, and then last minute, I think it was like 2 hours before the show, they're like, oh, we didn't get on the plane, and we're not coming. And not only was that defeating, but it was like, I have, I think, 6,500 people in that arena, kids that, remember, you go back to the time that I was on tour, making people's nights, you can also totally destroy them. They're waiting for their favorite artist to come out, and I am the one that has to deliver this bad news.
You're the face of this concert, so you're going to get all the rep.
So we pushed out media saying, hey, the show isn't going to happen. I'm really sorry. All refunds will be sent out, and the Blaisdell actually is the one that collects money for the tickets, so it was their job to refund it with Ticketmaster. So they processed all that. But
were you in the arena during that time? And
I was in the arena. I was ready for the show to happen, and so I had to get in the car and leave after I had figured everything out. We had done press release. I told the news. I got in the car, and people were so mad. I mean, I had to have private security come out with me. Like, I got in the car, we drove out of the backstage. It was totally defeating. It was like I had ridden this high forever, and everybody telling me, you're like a saint, like, oh my gosh, you brought all this amazing music. And I was like feeling the high of it, and I loved every second of it, and being the one in front of the camera. And at that moment, everything changed, and I'm actually so glad that all that stuff happened, because it took me off my pedestal, which first needed to happen, and secondly taught me so many lessons about trusting people, because you see how many people run away from you after something like that happens, and also just how to deal with not everyone's gonna love you.
It's gonna be a tough. And did you have a lot of pushback after the show? Did it last a while? Like,
oh yeah. I immediately after the show was harassed. I was in my house. Every time I'd go out, like, people would say something to me. It was crazy. I never thought I had that kind of like influence, but oh man. And there was so much bad stuff being said about me. I actually left the next morning. It was so bad. And I flew to Vegas. That's another one of our locations for shows and stuff. And I flew to Vegas. And I had a residency at the Wynn at the time, and I staked out there for at least a couple weeks.
in a couple of weeks, just kind of let things settle.
Things settled down, and then I got the courage to come back and face everything, because this is not the end of the world. This is just the beginning of my career. I think at the time I was 20, 21, something like that. And you can't just hide away from your problems, and it just keep going. Let's just make the next show work.
So you were running the shows in Hawaii, and did you move from Hawaii to other shows or other areas?
Yeah, we did Vegas.
How long did you be in Vegas for?
Vegas is still that's a huge market. It's still going. We did shows in Vegas all the time. I mean, that was a bigger market than Hawaii.
Just to give an idea of some of the artists that you would work with, I know can't name any names, but some little hints that you can, if people kind of look up of who are some of the artists that you probably work with.
Yeah, I think you should just look up the top 10 artists between 2022 and 2025, and almost all of those names we worked with.
So all of you guys are going to ChatGPT and go top 10 artists from 2022 to 2025. Look at those artists, and he's worked with majority of those artists.
Yeah, it's been fun and it's cool to see, meet the artists and understand what background they came from too. But they're all just normal people, and everybody just wants to either make their fans happy or make some money. Right?
And how long was that from when you started your first show to your last show? Because this company, you ended up having an exit with it, correct? Mm-hmm. So what was that run? How did that run go for?
I think it went from 2022 to maybe about 6 or 7 months ago. So probably end of 24 is really, and it was a great time and a great run, and I loved it. But there are so many other things. I mean, I'm so young. There's so many other things I want to explore and have an opportunity to explore. But it was incredible.
So that was episode 1, version 1 of Connor, and did a great run. And then you did an exit on this company, correct? You sold a company, and now it's the second half, version 2. Do you know what's going to happen in the future, or do you even want to share that, or what's Connor Tumbaga up to? What's going through his mind on what's going on next?
I think I'm exploring the next opportunities. Always I'm like I said in the beginning, I'm open to literally every opportunity, because I think if you leave opportunity on the table, then that's your loss.
Well, you said with those connections, even though you started an entertainment company, sold it with an exit, you're able to share with, you're not only just doing that, you're versatile, and people, you're on boards, you advise, you consult. Like, can you share anything, other business ventures that you've done or been about?
Yeah. I've worked with a very notable skincare company. I sit on the board of some other entertainment firms. The reason I'm not being so specific with everything is because there's so many different transactions going on right now, and I don't want to affect the exits of those companies and the things going on with them. But I learned through this entertainment business that there's so much more play, that I want to be open to those opportunities, and I couldn't do all of those things while also being in the entertainment industry and producing shows. That takes all of your time. It's also very stressful, and you got to be willing to take calls at 1 a.m. and put out a fire.
Man, that's great stories that you came with us today. Now, more on that. If people who are watching and want to get into entertainment or have an entrepreneur spirit, what are some of the skill sets that you think people should acquire, or what a takeaway that they can take for, like, maybe some inspiration or some type of advice that you'll be able to give a viewer about how to navigate?
I think it's really important to nurture your relationships. Like we said before, relationships are everything, and it's not about using people. So, like, I have many great, successful friends that I have never done any business with. I would never ask for a dime from. And like we said, I never went to college, so being friends with these people were my college. I learned from them. They are literally will give you any advice that you ask them. I will never take anything from them. I'll never want to do business with them. But it's so important to nurture those relationships. That was my college.
Real world.
Real world.
People are going to get textbook. Your textbook were your connections and learning in real life and listening to these people, these mentors. And till this day, you still get mentored.
Every day. Every day I'm learning something.
Every day learning something. Well, would you like to leave anything else with the show?
No, this is great. Thank you for having me.
Guys, this is the season 2, episode 2. Connor Tumbaga.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming on, my man.